I feel like after we lose weight, we just go through so many obstacles. There's just so many challenges and hurdles after you lose the initial weight. See, after I lost over 85 pounds, some things in life just were thrown at me. Not everything after weight loss is perfect. You guys get this idea or this delusion that, your life is going to go back to normal after you lose the weight. And that's true. Many things do change. Everyone changes around you. The way your family treats you change. The way your friends treat you change. The way society and people look at you and view you change. And the way you view yourself, most importantly, changes. Because obviously, after weight loss, right, you're not going to be depressed. You're not going to be anxious. And you're going to be more confident in yourself. But even after we drop these pounds, right, there's still going to be obstacles in the way. Hurdles, challenges. That's a normal part of life. That's what God wants us to go through. He wants us to go through these challenges and these hurdles to become a better person in the end of the day. So I'm going to talk about 3 of the biggest hurdles, challenges that I can think of that I had after I lost weight. And number 1 is normalizing junk food again. See, the problem is why we go on weight loss is to lose weight and avoid the junk food. Eat cleaner foods, clean up your diet, refresh your diet. But the problem is, after you lose weight, you have more freedom. You have more freedom in the choices of food you can eat because you think to yourself, wait, I'm not going to gain the weight back. Oh, no. And that was a big mistake that I thought of. What happened was I thought, you know what? I've lost the weight now. I can go back to enjoying Mountain Dews. I can go back to enjoying cookies. I can go back and get out junk food and go out to eat with my friends and drink whatever I wanted to drink. Nope, that was wrong. He ended up gaining weight from that. And then he got skinny fat. I know I had to make the little sound effect noise, but he got skinny fat. I mean, look at this. The belly, the small arms, the loose skin. It just makes your physique look off. And really with weight loss, you have to balance it out. Even after weight loss, with the foods you eat, you have to balance it out. You can't sometimes you just can't overdo it in the calories. You really can't. Like, if you guys get out pizza, then eat that pizza in moderation. Don't go back to the habits that 240-pound kid had and you eat the whole box of pizza. And yes, I would eat a whole box of pizza, like a large from Pizza Hut or something. Like, I'm not joking. I mean, that's how down bad I was. And so we just have to stop normalizing junk food because junk food in the first place, the seed oils, the stuff, the frozen food, the stuff they put in, I don't even know what they put in the factories. We got to stop normalizing it because it's obviously not normal for our bodies. And we have to choose the cleaner foods at times. It's okay to have a cheat meal. But what I'm saying is just do it in moderation because it will come back and bite you in the butt. I would say the second biggest obstacle I faced after losing weight was definitely body dysmorphia, body issues. Like, when you lose weight, depending on how much you weigh and your genetics, sometimes you're going to have something called loose skin. You're going to have stretch marks that show because you've gained so much weight that your body held on to extra skin. Your body created these problems in itself. Your hormones, especially your testosterone as a man, created problems within itself. Your cortisol levels, you're stressed. It all just messes up your physique. And that's what happened to me. I developed gyno because with gynecomastia, that comes from low testosterone, high estrogen. And where does high estrogen come from? Plastics, bad habits, eating junk food, not getting sunlight. And then the cortisol is the hormone that makes your body stressed. I was the 240-pound kid. I was always stressed. I was always anxious about the next thing that was going to come into my life, or I was depressed. And all of those emotions mixed in with your hormones, it just messes up your body. Especially when you're someone that's never done sports or never even gone to the gym and lift weights. Now that's a whole nother story. That's when it's harder. That's when it's challenging. Is when you literally have no muscle mass under that fat and you're just, oh man. I actually see a lot of people that lose weight. They have a good amount of muscle mass because they work or they go to the gym. And that muscle grows more because they're losing more fat. They're getting more protein in. But the mistake with me was I I didn't have that much muscle. I wasn't getting in that much protein. So obviously that led to me having body dysmorphia, me hating my physique. I used to look at my physique like for 2 years and say, wow, I don't love my body. I genuinely do not love my body. I'm not happy with what I've attained here because it doesn't fit to the standards of social media, the abs, the chest, the arms, the triceps. It doesn't fit to the standard. But then I realized this is just an obstacle that's being created by me, my head. My head is doing all this. And you have to realize and snap out of it that your mind is wrong at times. And you're wrong at times, right? It doesn't matter that I have a little bit of extra loose skin. What matters is I've lost a bunch of weight and I've put in the work to actually build that muscle. And you have to think the same way. You put in a lot of work just to get to where you are at today. And then it took a lot out of you to start the gym, which is a whole new process that takes time to start. But then over time, you become more comfortable with it, right? So you got to pat yourself on the back for that because it took you a long way just to get to that body. I know you're not at the body you ideally don't want to be at yet, but you're getting there. And you should be at least a little bit proud of that, right? Because you're doing things that most people don't even do, right? Everyone goes out and drinks, but you're off the norm. And that's good. That's great that you don't want to be part of the norm because I don't want to be part of the norm either. Heck no. But I'm still doing what I can in the present moment, even as the former fat kid, to develop my physique and become the best version of myself. Now, last obstacle that I can think from my head is you're going to fall into ruts more often. It's more easier to fall into ruts after you lose the weight. Now, what do you mean by ruts? Ruts is a period of your life where you fall back from the good habits and you indulge back into the bad habits. And recently, I've been more prone to ruts because obviously I've lost the weight. So I'm not challenging myself as much as I was before, right? So when you don't have that challenge in your life, you don't have that excitement in your life, and you're comfortable with your life, that is going to lead you to being in a rut again. But then many of you guys are going to be like, God man, but I'm not depressed. I'm not in a rut. I mean, I scroll for, 6 hours a day on social media. I'm not in a rut. I'm definitely not in a rut. You're in a rut. You need to get yourself out of those bad habits. The same bad habits that fat kid used to commit. The junk food, the video games, the porn, the scrolling, the staying up late all night, sleeping in, not working a job. Wow, that's crazy. There's just so many things that you can fall back into like that in a snap. Because yes, even though you're going to the gym, you're more comfortable with yourself. And so when you're more comfortable with yourself and you're not challenging yourself, you're going to fall back into those old habits. When you're bored and there's nothing to your life, you're going to fall into a rut. That's how I've been feeling recently. I mean, yeah, I'm working a job, but I've been more bored. So what does this boredom cause? This boredom causes me to not record videos like these and upload them on YouTube and become more lazy. Open up my phone, scroll on Instagram, check all my notifications, and then, maybe I'll play a few hours of a video game like Pokemon TCG Pocket. I mean, it's a good game, but you don't want to be addicted to these things and fall back into the ruts that you were previously in because you're comfortable now in the present moment. You have to just get out of that comfort and stop playing it safe because you guys play it too safe after weight loss. And what I mean by playing it safe is you go to the gym and hit the same workouts. With routine, you can change that routine. It could be more than just going to the gym and hitting those workouts. To grow out of that safeness or that comfort, you have to, maybe get with a fitness coach, change your plan, start a new plan, maybe challenge yourself to a run, a marathon, or challenge yourself to a bodybuilding show, going on a cut, posting on social media for the first time. You have to create something new. You have to manifest and create a new life because after weight loss, the biggest obstacle I have is actually falling into ruts, falling back into the comfort, falling back into the habits that led me to where I am today. Falling back into the habits that led the fat kid to gain even more weight and become 240 pounds. So you guys just got to take in these 3 things. If there's anything else you can think of in the comments, just comment. What is your biggest obstacle after you've lost weight? Or even you can comment, what is your biggest obstacle right now? Now that you are on the weight loss journey, there's many obstacles. But, if you're watching this video, even before or after, this video serves as a warning to you that you need to keep working hard, even after the weight loss journey, and become the best version of yourself. Love y'all, boys. Peace out.